feels great to finally be here in Sacramento. We are ready to work. The energy from the fans is just incredible.
The trade is official, and the message is loud. Sacramento is done waiting. Former MVP, small forward Kash King, is a Sacramento King, and he wasted zero time letting the league know it. Orlando got back the expiring contracts of DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, plus some draft capital. Sacramento got the 26-year-old former MVP, who can still drop 30 on you and guard 1 through 4. And just like that, a 7-game winning streak turned into an 11-game winning streak. Let's talk impact. Kash didn't need a ramp-up period. Game 1, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Game 2, 32 and the game winner over Golden State. He's playing with an edge, like he's got something to prove after 2 rough years in Orlando. He's cutting, he's posting, he's closing, and most importantly, he's setting the tone. But the biggest story in Sacramento isn't just Kash King's production. It's what he's doing for Vernon Jamison. Vernon came into this season as the guy. 5 straight double-doubles, running the offense, leading the youth movement. Now he's got a future Hall of Famer taking him under his wing every single day. You can see it on the floor. Jamison's pace is better. His shot selection is cleaner. He's learning how to play off a star, how to pick his spots, how to close games without forcing. Kash already knows when to let Vernon run the 2-man game to close it out. After their first game, Kash put his arm around him and said, "That's how we do it. Trust it." That's leadership. That's development you can't get in a film room. Sacramento bet big here. They moved 2 vets in DeRozan and LaVine, who were always going to be flipped anyway, and they got back a franchise-caliber player who fits their timeline. This isn't a rental. Kash is signed for 2 more years, and he's bought in. He sees what's happening with this young core. He sees Vernon's work ethic. He sees a team that's 11-0 since the streak started. So what does this mean for the Kings? It means the rebuild is over. It means Vernon Jamison's development just got accelerated by 5 years. Playing next to a former MVP every night will do that to you. He's not the sole creator anymore. He's the floor general, the table setter, and now he has a closer to take the pressure off. His assists are up, his turnovers are down, and his confidence is through the roof. It also means Sacramento is a playoff team, right now, in the West. With Kash spacing the floor, Vernon pushing tempo, and the young wings defending, this roster has balance. They're not just fun to watch, they're tough to beat. The front office swung, and they connected. Kash King gives Sacramento credibility, star power, and a culture setter. Vernon Jamison gives them the future at point guard, and now he's learning from the best how to be great now.
It was amazing to get this win in Sacramento. The energy from the fans tonight was just incredible. Like Kash said, we are just getting started here.
Lance Tyler is cooking, and Detroit has a good problem. 42 against Cleveland, 41 against Phoenix, back-to-back. Lance Tyler just put the entire league on notice, and the Detroit Pistons are sitting in the middle of the most fascinating conversation in the East. Who's the #1 option? Let's start with the numbers, because they're ridiculous. Lance went into Cleveland and dropped 42, 15 for 24, 7 threes, and he was getting to his spots whenever he wanted. 2 nights later in Phoenix, 41, and he took over the 4th quarter like it was his gym. Mid-post fadeaways, step-backs, transition pull-ups, the full bag. Remember the goal? He told us in training camp, all-star, 24 a night. Mission accomplished, and then some. Lance is now averaging 30 points per game. That's a 16-point jump from his 14 a night in Golden State last year. That's not development, that's a breakout. And here's where it gets interesting, because Detroit already has a franchise point guard in Cade Cunningham. Cade's still doing Cade things, 24, 8 and 8, running the offense, taking big shots. But Lance is playing like a top 10 scorer in the league right now. So the question everybody in Detroit is asking, who do you give the ball to late? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not tension. I talked to both guys after the Suns game. Cade smiled and said, "Man, let him eat. We're winning." Lance said, "Cade's my brother. I just want us to get to where we're supposed to go." No drama, no side eyes. This is 2 professionals who understand that having 2 closers is better than 1. The problem? Winning. Despite Lance's scoring surge, the Pistons are 19-16. That's 2 games over 500, 35 games into the season. You can't average 30 and still be hovering around 500 without asking hard questions. The offense is elite when Lance has it going. The defense? Inconsistent. The rebounding? Still a work in progress. And the East is brutal. You've got Robinson, Boss, and Davidson in Miami on a 14-game heater. You've got Prince Daniels and Jacoby Carter in Atlanta playing like they want to repeat as champions. You've got Torian Allen in Philly, leading the league with 15 rebounds and 3 blocks per game. So what now? Does Detroit stand pat and bet that Lance keeps this pace and Cade figures out how to maximize both of them? Or does Trajan Langdon look at the trade market and try to breathe new life into this roster? They need a two-way wing. They need front court depth. They need someone who can take pressure off both Lance and Cade on nights when the shots aren't falling. The good news for Detroit, Lance Tyler is real. This isn't a hot streak. This is a player who learned how to win in Golden State, then came to Detroit to become the guy. He's playing with a chip, with purpose, and he's dragging this team into every game. Dexter Gordon is Houston's new problem for the rest of the league. If you weren't watching Houston before the All-Star break, you are now, and it's because of Dexter Gordon. 53 against Washington, career high, 19 for 27, 9 threes, and he looked like he was playing on rookie mode. Step backs, cuts, transition pull-ups, and 1 finishes through contact. The whole league had the same reaction. Who is this guy? We'll tell you who he is. He's the Rockets' first-year starter who spent the last 2 seasons playing behind Kevin Durant, and he used every single minute of that tutelage. That's the story here. KD retired this summer. He was one of the faces of Houston for the last stretch of his career. When a guy like that walks away, you don't just replace him. You either reset or you find the next man up. Houston found him. Dexter Gordon is 24 years old, 6'9", and he's been waiting. 2 years in the film room with KD. 2 years learning footwork, shot selection, how to be a pro. You could see it in the 53-point game. The patience, the counters, the way he got to his spots without forcing anything. That's not accidental. That's KD's fingerprints all over it, and the numbers back it up. In his first season starting, Gordon is averaging 23 points and 6 rebounds. Efficient too, 47% from the field, 39% from 3. He's not just scoring, he's rebounding, defending multiple positions, and he's not turning the ball over. But here's the most important part. He's doing this next to Keion Tyson. Keion Tyson is still the engine. 5-time MVP, future Hall of Famer, still averaging 26, 7, and 9 at 29 years old. He's the reason Houston has been in the championship conversation for the last 7 years. The question after KD retired was simple. Who's the sidekick now? Who takes pressure off Keion in April and May? Dexter Gordon is answering that call, loudly. He's not trying to be KD. That's the beauty of it. He's carving his own lane. KD was methodical, mid-range mastery. Dexter is faster, more explosive, better in transition. He attacks closeouts quicker. He plays off Tyson like he's been doing it for years. Pick and roll with Keion, weak side flare, backdoor cut. It's already chemistry. And it's extending the window. That's what nobody saw coming. We thought Houston would take a step back post-KD. Instead, they're 30-12, sitting top 3 in the West, because Tyson still has elite juice. And now, he has a 23-point scorer who doesn't need the ball to be effective, but can absolutely take over when he gets it. Think about the timing. Lance Tyler is putting up 40 balls in Detroit. Stephon Robinson and Kamari Boss are turning Miami into a nightmare. Kash King and Vernon Jamison have Sacramento rolling. At that same time, Houston quietly may have found the perfect bridge. Dexter isn't a placeholder, he's a problem. Defenses have to pick their poison with Tyson running the show, and now Gordon is punishing every mistake. The Wizards learned that the hard way with 53. The All-Star break is a checkpoint, and Dexter Gordon is turning up right on time. He went from KD's backup to Houston's co-pilot in 40 games. For Keion Tyson, this is everything. One more legit scorer means one more real run. The championship window that looked like it was closing after losing to Atlanta last season, Gordon just wedged it back open. Keep an eye on Houston in the second half, because if Dexter keeps playing like this, we're not talking about a rebuild. We're talking about a Rockets team that's reloading on the fly, with a Hall of Famer and his new sidekick leading the way.